Breaking right now at 5, Hurricane Ian pummels Florida.
Our ears are popping. We are in the eye wall of Hurricane Ian.
With entire communities submerged in water now.
Bathroom door.
President Biden promises aid will come quickly.
We'll be there to help you clean up and rebuild, to help you get Florida get moving again.
145-mile-an-hour winds, a 12-foot storm surge, and up to a foot of rain. Hurricane Ian made landfall this afternoon as a powerful Category 4 storm north of Fort Myers.
Currently, Ian is impacting the entire state, with its biggest impacts being felt from Fort Myers north to Tampa. Now, these are live pictures from Tampa, and you can see lots of rain and wind. In Fort Myers, water levels have risen more than 6 feet in the past 7 hours, and water is still rising.
And here's what we know so far. Ian made landfall tied with 2004's Hurricane Charlie as the strongest storm to make landfall on the west coast of Florida. Right now, more than 1 million people in Florida are without power. And storm warnings are going into effect up the east coast to Virginia.
And we have team coverage today at 5. Our Mike Nelson is tracking the latest on Ian and the impacts still to come.
We are going to start with reporter Gloria Pazmino in Tampa, which is currently getting hit quite hard. Gloria?
And the mayor of Tampa is warning hurricane winds are expected here in the area within the next hour. She has just pulled emergency first responders from the streets of Tampa, asking residents to shelter in place as Ian arrives here in the region.
Hurricane Ian slamming Florida's Gulf Coast with near Category 5 strength. The monster storm packing winds of 155 miles per hour.
155-mile-an-hour winds are incredibly dangerous. There will be debris in the air and flooding powerful enough to move cars around.
Even before the worst of the storm hit, people in Fort Myers already seeing mass flooding.
The storm surge is very significant. We're actually seeing cars and boats float down the street. We're seeing trees nearly bent in half.
In some areas, the storm surge could reach life-threatening levels of near 18 feet. Already, hundreds of thousands of people are without power. Ahead of the storm, long lines on interstates as residents scramble to evacuate, but some choosing to stay behind and ride it out.
I've got my safe room ready. We have a second bathroom with no windows. I've got a bed in there. I've got the dog food, water. The bathtub is full.
Governor Ron DeSantis expecting to submit a request for a major disaster declaration for all 67 counties, which will allow the federal government to send funds for cleanup.
We are on the alert and in action. We've approved every request Florida has made.
And as the evening arrives, you could really start to feel conditions changing. The wind has definitely picked up in just the last couple of minutes. More than 1 million people across the entire state of Florida are currently without power. Ian still not done with the state of Florida, continuing to make its path across the state. Live in Tampa, Gloria Pazmino.
Thank you, Gloria. And these images from the International Space Station show just how massive Hurricane Ian is.
Mike Nelson is joining us now to give us a closer look at the storm and the major impacts Florida will see tonight. Mike?
Well, of course, it's strengthened to near Category 5, 2 miles per hour shy of that. And the temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico around 85 degrees. And that warm water is what fed this super hurricane as it moved into Tampa, Florida, and areas just to the south. Now, the tornado watch is on the east coast now of Florida because the spiraling of this spins off rotating thunderstorms that can cause tornadoes. They've had about a dozen tornadoes in the last 24 hours. The track of the storm will take it pretty much right over Orlando and out by Daytona Beach. Then it'll curve back out into the far western Atlantic off of the coast of Georgia and then push back into South Carolina over the next couple of days. This thing will dump copious amounts of rain as it goes. Parts of Florida could see 2 feet of rain. Parts of the Carolinas and Georgia heading up into Virginia could see anywhere from 6 to 10 inches of rain. So it's going to cause plenty of flooding all over the southeastern part of the United States, along with the threat of tornadoes.
And some Coloradans are already in Florida. Others are on their way, ready to help in the storm's aftermath. XL is sending 270 workers from Colorado and 7 other states to help restore power. 8 volunteers with the Red Cross got to Florida on Sunday. Now, once the storm passes, they will do things like provide shelter, food, and emotional support to people who are displaced. So if you'd like to help, you can always donate to the Red Cross online. And be sure and stay with Denver 7 as we track Hurricane Ian and its impact as it moves out over Florida and up the coast. We will have updates on air, online, and on the Denver 7 Plus app.